Hello and welcome to another episode of Agri Marketing Mastery. I'm Antony Smith and I'm the Marketing Manager here at Red Stag Media. In this episode, I'll run you through some of the latest updates from the marketing world over the last month. So without further ado, let's look at our top 5 updates. So number 1, is AI taking over Google search? Well, as you've probably seen, AI has become a powerful force in marketing, and you probably utilise software such as ChatGPT in your day-to-day work, and you may or may not have been honest with your manager about that fact. So it looks as though Google has taken a different approach to that of other tech giants. So instead of using the regular chat format, such as ChatGPT, they're actually looking to integrate AI into the current search results that they display. So after a user's search query, what will happen is Google will provide a generative AI box which will give extended recommendations on the query or the product that the person has searched for. So this is something you really want to take advantage of. It pulls that information through from what it deems to be kind of the top 3 or 4 kind of authorities on that source. So what you want to do is look at really generating your SEO work, work on your product descriptions, your content, to really establish yourself as an authority in your field, so you can assure yourself that when people are searching for a similar product or questions around that kind of term, you're going to be the people that come through and give the answers that the people are looking for. It establishes your authority in the system, and it also obviously points people towards your products as well. So number 2, Instagram targeted ads, and not before time. It's been a struggle marketing on Meta's platform. It's not as easy to get in front of the people that you're looking for. A lot of the time, the people you're getting in front of are people that are passively taking in content across the app. They're more than likely using it in the downtime, which is when they're not switched on and engaged to actually seeking anything or have that buying intent. But what Meta is starting to look at with Instagram is developing effectively search ads. So similar to Google, you'll be able to identify exactly where you want to position a product and the kind of search terms that you'll fall under. So for instance, in the Instagram Explore section, people are searching for certain things, certain keywords, phrases. You'll be able to target the ones that best fit your product. And it means you're getting in front of a much more engaged audience, people that are actually showing the intent to come through, and it's getting your product in front of them at the right time. So this should help with more conversions from Meta, and it makes it a bit more of a viable platform than what it has for probably more brand awareness pieces that you've been running. It now brings it down that funnel and gets to the conversion stage as well. So number 3, is Meta releasing a new app? Well, this comes quite soon after Twitter announced their own decentralized app that they're working on. And Meta, lo and behold, have just come out with their own version that they're working on, codenamed Operation P92. Now, what they're working on is what they call a decentralized app, which essentially means that users have their own ability to create servers on there and essentially moderate how they ingest the content. The platform really is going to be used for regular text updates, so similar to how, I suppose, Twitter originated. It's going to be regular, time-ordered, kind of chronological text updates from brands, from public figures, that mean, again, it's probably shedding light at the end of the tunnel for organic content. It has the opportunity to give users the opportunity to ingest content the way they want to have it, instead of an algorithm deciding how to do it for them. So essentially it's down to the end user, but if that's someone that's in your space and engaged and you position yourself with good, valuable content, you're likely going to get into their space and get onto the server that they create. It means that when you share an update, time depending, it's going to get in front of them. It's not going to depend on how much engagement you get in, how many people are commenting, etc. It's going to literally be a chronological order, so you can ensure that if you're posting, even once a day at a time, the people are online, or you're posting, fail-safe twice a day, to try and get in front of people, you're more likely to get your content in front of the right people at the right time. So moving on to number 4, Google have just announced a new ads policy for the second half of this year. So if, like many of us, you've just got your head around the move over to GA4, they've now thrown something else in the mix that we need to get our heads around pretty quickly. So this essentially evolves around content management platforms. So It's about the way that people interact and the way that we use and share data across the internet. Obviously, we've talked about the cookieless world for years now, and now I think it's starting to become more to the forefront of what we're doing, and we're going to have to consider it a bit more intensely. So essentially, if you're using things like Google AdSense or AdMob, you're going to have to take these into account. And effectively, to run ads in the UK and Europe from the second half of this year, you're going to need to ensure that the platform that you're using to publish your ads falls within the list of Google's approved content management platforms. So the list should be coming out from Google later this month, so keep an eye out for that. But essentially what you want to do the second half of this year is really make sure that you're following those guidelines and your ads adhere to that policy, because otherwise you're not going to get your ads running, which obviously just, you might not spend budget because the ads aren't running, but the time and the effort that's gone into planning and putting those together is just going to fall by the wayside. So make sure you get everything up to date and look out for the updates from Google. Moving on to number 5. TikTok has just announced that it's launching the new Pulse Premier ad offering on its platform. This essentially allows you to get your ads posted after some of the premium users on the platform in the For You section of people's TikToks. So this essentially means that you're getting in front of people at the time when they're most engaged. According to TikTok, 73% of users connect deeper with brands that they see in the For You section, and a staggering 93% of people take action on products and brands that they've seen in the For You feed as well. So that absolutely staggering numbers from there. It gives the opportunity to get to people where they're most engaged. They're searching for keywords and terms that relate to your product. One big caveat to that is if you're going to use TikTok, you need to consider how people digest content on there. So even according to TikTok themselves, when they've launched Pulse Premier, this is a platform where people go to be entertained. It's not just about digesting content or having their needs met. So not only are you going to have to address the pain points of these people, but you're also going to have to make your content entertaining in a way that people are going to enjoy digesting. So you can't just use the same ad content across each social platform. You've got to take each one as an individual entity and make sure that you're putting the right kind of content in front of the right people. And that's a wrap for this episode of Agri Marketing Mastery. If you'd like to talk about some of these things in a bit more detail, you can find my contact details on the Red Stag Media website. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.